If you're listening to this right now, Virgo, then something inside you is calling. Something quiet, something steady, something powerful. It's that whisper you've ignored for years, the whisper that says you were born different, born with gifts so sharp and so rare that even the universe pauses to watch you use them. Before you take another breath, before you let another thought rush in, I want you to feel this moment, because this, right here, is the moment your entire life shifts. Not because I say so, but because deep inside you, you already know something is waking up. Something is stirring. And if you've ever felt like the world misunderstood you, underestimated you, or placed heavy expectations on your shoulders, this is where you finally understand why. Take this moment as a doorway. Step through it. Because what I'm about to reveal isn't just information. It's a mirror, finally reflecting back to you the truth of who you really are. You are not just the responsible one. Not just the organized one. Not just the quiet one. You are a storm covered in calm. You are a genius wrapped in humility. You are a healer hidden in practicality. And you, Virgo, have abilities so profound that if you knew how to use them fully, you would terrify people. Not because you're dangerous, but because your precision, your intuition, your clarity, your depth of perception, they are far beyond what most humans can even comprehend. So breathe in. Slowly. Let the old stories dissolve. Let the doubts loosen their grip. Let the smallness fall away. Because from this moment on, the version of you that walks out of this voiceover will not be the same as the one who pressed play. Virgo, let's begin. You've always felt different, haven't you? Even as a child, you saw things others didn't. You picked up on tension in the room. Noticed the slight shift in someone's voice. Detected the underlying emotion someone tried to hide. You knew when something was off, even when no one else sensed anything. But they told you you were overthinking. Too sensitive. Too observant. Too cautious. So you learned to swallow your instincts, to quiet your perception, to silence the voice inside you that was always right. But you're older now. And the universe is done letting you forget who you are. Because your first superpower is your awareness. Not the kind of awareness most people have. Yours is razor-sharp, microscopic, multi-layered. You don't just see what happens. You see why it happens, how it happens, and what will happen next. People think you're silent because you're shy. But your silence is not emptiness. It's analysis. It's calculation. It's clarity gathering itself. You're silent because you're seeing everything. And that's the first thing you must reclaim. Your ability to observe deeply. When you walk into a room, don't shrink. Scan. Feel the energy. Notice the patterns. Let your instincts speak, because they've been whispering your entire life, and all that time, they've been right. If you want to amplify this gift, practice presence. Put your phone down when you're with people. Listen not just to their words, but to their pauses, their hesitation, their breath. Watch their hands, their eyebrows, the tiny shifts of discomfort. Your awareness is not a curse. It's your advantage. And when you fully unlock it, Virgo, nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever blindside you again. But awareness alone is not your limit. There is something deeper. Something far more powerful. You've known chaos, inside your mind, inside your environment, inside the lives of others. And instead of drowning in it, you organize it. You tame it. You break it down. You rearrange it into something that makes sense. Virgo, this isn't just organization. This is alchemy. You take the messy and turn it into clarity. You take the overwhelming and turn it into structure. You take the impossible and turn it into a checklist. Do you understand how rare this is? How desperately the world needs people who can do what you do naturally. To expand this gift, start looking at every problem not as a burden, but as raw material. Something waiting for your mind to shape it. Whether it's your schedule, your finances, your relationships, your goals, start breaking everything into steps. Steps create progress. Progress creates momentum. Momentum creates transformation. And transformation is your arena. The more you practice this, the more unstoppable you become, because while others rely on motivation, you rely on method. And method is infinite. Now take a breath, because the next part is where we go deeper. Beneath your practicality, beneath your structure, beneath your careful, controlled energy, there is something softer. Something sacred. Something ancient. You are a healer. Not in the poetic sense. In the literal sense. You carry healing energy in the way you speak, in the way you touch, in the way you listen, in the way you care for people when they're at their lowest. You're the one who notices when someone isn't themselves. You're the one who remembers what others forget. You're the one who shows up when no one else even realized help was needed. Your healing isn't loud. It isn't flashy. It isn't dramatic. It's subtle, gentle, precise. You heal by fixing small things people overlook, by bringing harmony to places others ignore, by taking care of details that make life easier, lighter, softer for those around you. And people often don't thank you for it. They don't even see it. But the universe sees it. And the people whose lives you save, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, they feel it even if they never say it. To awaken this gift, you must stop downplaying your impact. Stop telling yourself it's nothing. Stop assuming your care is small. Every small gesture from you is a wave of healing. Start treating your acts of care like rituals. Whether you're cooking, cleaning, organizing, comforting, advising, infuse intention into it. Visualize calm. Visualize clarity. Visualize healing. When you do this, your power multiplies. But the deeper we go, the more your energy shifts. Because while you heal others, there's another gift you rarely acknowledge. Your intuition. People think intuition belongs to the water signs. But Virgo's intuition is a different species. Your intuition is logical intuition, emotional calculation, energetic detection. You don't just feel what's happening, you decode it. And the accuracy is terrifying. You know when someone is lying. You know when someone is pretending. You know when a situation will fall apart. You know when something is right, even when you can't explain why. To expand this power, stop second-guessing yourself. When your body tenses, when your stomach drops, when your mind whispers no, listen. When your energy expands, when your breathing eases, when your curiosity rises, listen. Your intuition is a compass that never fails unless you ignore it. From now on, choose to trust it. Treat it as sacred intelligence. Because that's exactly what it is. And then we reach the next gift, the one that makes Virgos powerful leaders even if they never ask to lead. Your emotional steadiness. You don't break easily. You don't explode unnecessarily. You don't spiral when life gets messy. You can be hurting, exhausted, overwhelmed, yet still get things done. Still show up. Still function. Still hold the line. This resilience is not something the universe gives lightly. You earned it through lifetimes of responsibility, pressure, expectations, and carrying more than your share. You've walked through storms that would have shattered others. You've survived endings that hollowed you out. You've held yourself together when no one held you. To strengthen this gift, practice grounding. Put your feet on the earth. Breathe slowly. Touch the present moment. Your power grows when your body returns to stillness. You are the calm in the chaos, not by accident, but by destiny. And speaking of destiny, your next gift is one the world tries to take away from you: your standards. Virgo, your high standards are not a flaw. They are a filter. They protect you. They elevate the quality of your life. They keep your circle pure, your goals aligned, your choices intentional. People who say you're picky simply don't understand the precision of your soul. But here is where the mini climax rises. Your standards become divine power only when applied to yourself, not as punishment, but as expansion. Hold yourself to standards that elevate you, not standards that exhaust you. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to make mistakes. Perfection is not your destiny. Evolution is. When you apply your standards with compassion instead of pressure, you become unstoppable. And now we reach the realm of abundance. Because whether you know it or not, Virgo is one of the most financially intuitive signs of the zodiac. You sense what is stable and what is risky. You pick up patterns in money the same way you pick up patterns in people. You understand timing. You understand planning. You understand value. This gift becomes unstoppable when you combine strategy with intuition. Start tracking your money. Start planning your goals. Start treating your finances like a system you can master, and you will. But beyond the practical, beyond the spiritual, beyond the emotional, comes the gift that separates you from every other sign. Your ability to transform yourself. While others stay the same year after year, you evolve. You refine. You upgrade. You improve. Constantly. You polish your skills, adjust your habits, strengthen your boundaries, sharpen your mind. You are the sign of self-reinvention through precision. Each time life breaks you, you come back sharper. Each time someone underestimates you, you rise higher. Each time you fall, you stand again with more clarity, more discipline, more wisdom. Your evolution is your superpower. And when you own it fully, when you stop apologizing for your ambition, your pace, your standards, your silence, your depth, Virgo, there is nothing left on this planet that can hold you back. But now we arrive at the final rise, the highest point, the realization that ties everything together. Your presence changes realities. When you enter someone's life, their life becomes easier. Their mind becomes clearer. Their home becomes calmer. Their future becomes more stable. Their path becomes more efficient. You don't just exist in people's lives, you upgrade them. But this power becomes dangerous if you give it to the wrong people. From now on, you must choose who receives your energy. Choose who receives your mind. Choose who receives your effort. Because you are not meant for everyone. You are meant for those who value precision, depth, healing, and growth. When you protect your energy, your glow becomes undeniable. And now, take a deep breath, Virgo. Because everything you heard so far, the awareness, the healing, the intuition, the steadiness, the evolution, the standards, the abundance, none of it compares to what happens when these gifts merge. When a Virgo becomes conscious of their power, they become unstoppable. This is your awakening, your shift, your turning point. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, in this moment, the universe is handing you back every piece of yourself you abandoned, every instinct you muted, every strength you denied, every gift you downplayed. Stand up in your mind. Straighten your soul. Step into the version of you who knows exactly who they are. Because you, Virgo, are brilliance disguised as humility. You are storm disguised as quiet. You are healing disguised as service. You are power disguised as responsibility. And the world is about to see what happens when you stop dimming your own light. Now go. Use your gifts. Own your path. Transform everything you touch. And never again, never for anyone, shrink the power you were born with.